I'm Gary with Bell Janitorial Supply, and we're here to talk about the Power Caddy made by CleanCore today. This is a all-in-one multi-purpose cleaning machine that creates its own sanitizer out of just clean cold water. There's no chemicals involved. Salt Lake International Airport, they only use this machine to clean with since it opened for the last few years. So great testimony for CleanCore and Aqueous ozone. What is Aqueous ozone? You ever notice when it rains it smells kind of stale, that stale smell? That's Aqueous ozone. I'll explain it the best way I know how. When lightning strikes in a cloud, it injects that extra oxygen molecule into the water. When that attaches itself to a protein, it immediately sanitizes upon contact. Whereas our old quaternary disinfectants takes about 10 minutes for the dwell time. A quaternary disinfectant, that's basically using a pesticide to clean with. We like to see you just use clean cold water. You can use this to clean restrooms, hard surface, carpet, whatever you want. You simply fill it up here in the front, it holds about 12 gallons of water, and then here in the back it has a recovery tank that also holds about 12 gallons of water. It's got a drain hose here in the back. It is toilet bowl high. It has a nice heavy cord here that you plug in, and it comes with its own GFCI because you don't want to be standing around in water with electricity and get yourself shocked. Every time you plug this guy in, you got to come over to your GFCI and push the reset button so the light comes on. 25 feet of extension cord. If you need more than that, you want to make sure you use the same heavy gauge cord like we have on here. It's 12 gauge, but I don't recommend using other extension cords besides what's on here. When you fill this thing up, you use cold water right here in the front. You plug this guy in, and I can grab my spray bottle here. It comes with the machine. I set this up on here. I grab my bypass tube, and I can fill up my spray bottle. You'll notice as it's filling up in here, it snaps, crackles, and pops. That's the nano bubbles that's patented with the CleanCore technology, and that's what gets in there and does all the magic with the Aqueous ozone. So I can fill this guy up, smell it, that's ozone. We put this guy on, and now I can go around through the facility, spray and wipe all my touch points. Doorknobs, push handles, light switches, any touch point that I want to clean, I can use with this guy right here. Once I put this under pressure, Aqueous ozone usually stays active for about 6 hours, and then it'll go back to being water. So after you fill up your spray bottle, then you can use this just for regular cleaning. You want to make sure the bypass lever is pushed back down into the regular spray. When I kick the pump on, I want to make sure it's on the green Aqueous ozone tip. If I spray that, it'll snap, crackle, pop as it's spraying. Those are the nano bubbles. Smell the ozone. And you should have that green light right there to be on. So that's the three things you look for: the green light, the snap, crackle, pop, and the ozone spray. I could rotate this around to the silver side. That's the high pressure side. That thing really blows out some high pressure. What you want to do is you want to apply the Aqueous ozone, come back in with the high pressure to clean it and rinse and agitate. And I spin it back over to the Aqueous ozone and give it another dosing, just to make sure I've killed everything that I wanted to kill in that room. Once I turn that all off, you always want to release the pressure and then hang that guy up somewhere so you're hopefully not going to squirt you or whoever else is standing around. It has a nice vacuum pickup on here. The vacuum's going forward and backwards. 25 feet of hose. If I'm all the way over here and I come back, the hose never touches the ground, so I don't have to drag this hose through the slurry that I've been cleaning in the restroom or wherever I'm cleaning. We did some cleaning at a facility the other day, showing the nano bubbles in action, and that we cleaned from an ATP meter reading from 2,200 and something like that all the way down to 67 in one application. When we'd go eat food back before COVID, they would serve you a plate of food on a plate that tested 300 and below. We want to see ATP readings right close to zero, as close as we can get them, and this is the way to do it. Okay, so people ask me all the time, Gary, how do you know that this thing's even cleaning? It's cold water. I tell them, the proof's in the pudding. I get an ATP swab, we get them right here, we buy them from Hygiena. These guys right here, and then you gotta have an ATP meter. All you do is go and do a pre-test, see where our rating's at, and then we'll clean with this and do a secondary test and see where we end up. Let's go see. So what we'll do is we'll just go in and we'll touch and swab one of the most touched points in the facility. So we got a reading of 107. We're gonna try cleaning that handle with some Aqueous ozone and see if we can't get zero. I make sure my spray nozzle's on the green Aqueous ozone tip, and I'll start to spray. Once I get my snap, crackle, pop going, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the surface. At that point, I can rotate it around to the high pressure nozzle, and then I could actually spray and agitate and clean with high pressure, then I can go back to the low pressure aqueous ozone and just reapply a little more aqueous ozone on there. We cleaned it to 2 with clean cold water, aqueous ozone right there. You could eat off that door handle. All right, well that pretty much wraps up the CleanCore Power Caddy. Thanks for tuning in and take care.